Hi guys, it's Chris here. This time I am really excited to making this video because it's about something I really love. So let's begin by showing you these books. These are the Witches of Smyrna and Katina, the second book. These are the first two books. I hope there will be another one describing the life of Katina, who was a witch back in Izmir, Turkey, back in the beginning of the 20th century. And the first book describes her life when she was a child, how she grew up to become a woman, a very powerful woman. We get her journey from Cappadocia, which is in Turkey, to how they moved with her mother to Izmir. After the the Great Fire of Izmir in 1922, they came to Greece, and they settled down in the island of Aegina. And then we get the second book where the next 3 years, from 1922 to 1925, we get to see what she did in these years, and it is all very interesting. So this this author and this story is so important to me. It's these are one of my favorite, not one, these are of my favorite books. And from these books, we got the Deste cards. Many of you may know them by now and use them. Deste has been, this is the Greek edition, it has been printed in, there's a Turkish edition too, and Deste cards have made their way to the rest of the world. Many people say that they found out about Deste through my channel, but there are other people too who use Deste cards nowadays, and this is one of my favorites. Deck of cards, divination tool, and I use this all the time, and it really speaks to me. She's like, this deck is like the queen of the decks for me. So I absolutely adore, and it's so spot on if you know how to listen to the cards and listen to what the cards have to tell you. And it's a gorgeous deck, and I am absolutely in love with this deck. I love this deck. But what I decided to do one day, this week actually, I was just thinking about Deste and the story of Katina, and I'm right now in a creative process, and I was like, I would love to have a deck different from Deste, talking about the people and the place and the objects and everything that have to do with the Witches of Smyrna. So I started creating a deck, and it came out as a 36 card deck. This is an Oracle deck. It's not a Deste deck, it has nothing to do with that. And it's called the Oracle of Smyrna. Now, I've used this deck, and I absolutely am in love with this, and I want to share this with you guys so you can see what we have here. We have a picture, an image, actually, and can be a person, a character, an object, a place from the books. And it's like an oracle card deck. You can use any kind of deck you want, even Deste, and then draw a card from this. Or you can use this deck to have a reading. And this is, we have the image and we have a number here below. I didn't put the names on the cards, I didn't want to do this, but I've printed out, I made a sort of a guidebook, the Oracle of Smyrna, and you, according to the number, you can check out the guidebook. And number 2, as you can see, number 2 is Atart, the goddess Atart. And we have a description of who she is and what this card means. And this is about every card. Every card has a description of what it is. Either it's a place, for example, here we have the island of Aegina, and what the meaning of the card is. So you get to know. I was thinking that the book has been translated in many languages, but it hasn't been translated into English. So many of the Desti users don't actually know the whole story of Katina. There have been talks and groups and everything, but they actually hadn't had the chance to read the books. And in my opinion, they should be translated into English. I would be more than happy to do this, but you know how it works with publishers and everything. So yeah, that's not up to me. So I thought that with this deck you get to know the characters and a little bit more of the story. And here we have, I will trip through the cards. We have Atarte, the goddess Atarte, the goddess, it's the light, the goddess of love and everything good. Here we have a love potion, it's called Sevdale, which reunites two lovers. And here we have another love potion, Esthir, which is about falling in love. Here we have Katina's second husband, Konstantinos. Here we have Valide, which is the opposite of Atar. She's the evil, the darkness. And please don't go racist or anything because if it's a black woman. We use this word in Greek. Sorry if someone is offended. It's a colored woman, and here we have a white woman. It doesn't have to do anything with people in color and where we come from, etc. But it actually they are twins, but because of their nature, the meaning they depict, I liked these two images. And it has nothing to do with the colors of the skin. Yeah, I want to make this clear, so it has nothing to do with that. So here we have Valide. I actually love this image. I think it's so gorgeous. I love the colors, everything. It's beautiful. Here we have Istanbul, Izmir. This is a suburb of Izmir where they used to go on summer holidays. Here we have Katina's grandmother, Eleni. Here we have Madame Lafont, who helped Katina, we are talking about the beginning of the 20th century. So if you weren't rich and you were poor like Katina, you didn't have manners, to stand with high society, to know how to be around people from higher society. So she helped her. This is Mara, the author, the niece of Katina, who found the deck. The Sultan, the spice market. Here we have another potion called Zafer, which is about victories and success. Here we have Katina's mother, Efthalia. I love her. Katina's uncle, the husband of Efthalia's cousin, Epaminondas. Katina's third husband, Sirius. Their helper in the house, like servant, Stravagias, he's called. Katina herself. And I love this image of her. I really love this. Eleni, who is Mara's mother. The amulet with the red ribbon. The little girl, Eleni, or Elenica, how they call her, who Katina found. She can't talk, but she communicated with Katina through minds and thoughts. She's clairvoyant, she's a medium, etc. The island of Aegina, and this is the temple of Apollo, the remains of the temple of Apollo. The trunk, where everything that we have, the deck, the Desta deck, the spells and everything were found. This is a prostitute back in Izmir who helped Katina in many ways. She's a kind soul. This is the only card that doesn't have to do with these two books, but with another book Miss May Marie wrote, and it's called Rachel, and it will be published in English, as far as I know, and it's a past life from Miss May Marie, and she is really important, so I thought she would be here. Here we have the diaries of Katina. Her aunt, Fula, this is Eftalia's cousin. Cappadocia. Deste makes its appearance here. Izmir burning, the disaster, the fire of the Great Fire of Izmir back in 1922. Dark times for everyone. Katina's mother opened a beauty spa, let's call it that way. She called it the Beauté. So we have this card here. Katina's first husband. This is the sarai, the palace of the Sultan, which was called Topkapi. It's still there in Istanbul. Here we have Pari, a friend of Katina, and she was actually not a real good friend. And we have the Hammam. So yeah, that's the deck. I created it for myself, and I just wanted to have something that has to do, in a way, tells the story of Katina. So I printed it. I loved using these bags, like papyrus paper. I think it looks gorgeous, and in a reading, I think it works really well. So yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. And you can have it as an oracle deck, use only one card or more cards. Yeah. Yeah, that's the deck I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you think about it. I don't own any of the copyright that has to do with the story and the books, but I just, my love for the story is so big that I wanted a companion deck to this, and this is something I created for myself. So yeah, and I wanted a deck that tells the story. Deste is a divination tool. It doesn't have to do anything with the story. It's a tool that the Witches of Smyrna use, and it's an amazing deck. But this deck I created that so that the story is told in a way. And in the guidebook, I just printed this for myself. We get this information about what is this place, what it means to Katina, who is this person, what she did to her, and what she means if she comes up in a reading. So yeah, and I decided to try, and I will put the link below. I decided to, if anyone wants it, I also put an Instagram poll. If anyone wants it, they can have a printable copy. You can find this on my Etsy shop. I will put the link below, and have your own deck here, and use it along with Deste, or just have a Middle East vibe deck, which tells the story of Katina, a great story indeed, and a story that inspired so many people and so many of us, and has offered us so much. I wish you guys, you could read the books. They are amazing, and they have so many messages and lessons that they give you, and I just wanted to create this deck. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and may Goddess Atarte, who is something like Venus or Aphrodite, the goddess of love and agriculture and war also, but the goddess of love give you love and joy and
I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you like the deck. If you like the deck, you can have this as a printable, downloadable, printable copy. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and see you in the next one.